Hey guys. So this is Kicking It with Kenma episode 2. I just wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff, just to let you know what's going on with me and Vulcan. We just finished Super Week 5-0, so that's really good. We're really happy about that. Okay, so for our Super Week preparation, I took some of you guys' notes and I wrote down some things to talk about, so I'm not thinking about it this time. For our Super Week preparation, we didn't scrim as much as the other teams. We only scrimmed for about like 4 or 5 days, because Cloud had to go back to his house in Maryland. I think he's from Maryland. I'm not sure exactly, and he had to handle some shit. So me and Zuna took that time to go back to Vegas and visit our family and our friends, and so we probably only got about four to I think we got 4.5 days of scrims in. So we didn't go in super practice for Super Week, but we were feeling confident in our strats anyway. So we're a team that actually we benefit more from replay analysis and learning other stuff than actual scrims, I feel, because we're to the point where scrims are less useful than just us becoming smarter, I think. But that's just us in general. I know I'm pretty sure we scrimmed the least out of any of the teams in the LCS. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think so, because all the teams that I talk to scrim like at least twice as much as us, or even more. So yeah, so scrims before Super Week. We scrimmed C9, and they went how they always go, like lots of restarts level 1, and the games were good against C9. And then we scrimmed CLG and Curse also, and the games weren't super great, but we learned some good stuff, and it was good practice. And so we went into Super Week we went into Super Week really confident that we were gonna 5-0. We knew if we took out C9, it was almost 100% we're gonna 5-0 this week. Even though the only thing that was tough was after the first day, like it was really tough beating Coast and TSM when we just didn't really have much reason to like try hard and beat them. It didn't really matter at all, because we already locked in for second place after we defeated C9 and Dig on the first day. So, but we locked it out, so it's good. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the games that we had during Super Week. Our first game was against C9. Everything, the bans and picks went exactly how we wanted them to go, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think they did. I don't know, was C9 running their 100% try hard strats? I'm not 100% sure. Like they could have, they might have been. The game meant nothing to them. So who do I know if they were trying their hardest? I don't know, but it really didn't matter. They could have, after that level 1, it really didn't matter. And if we threw that game after all the time we've spent on ending games and fixing our problems, then I would have been really depressed after if we somehow managed to throw that game after that level 1. But we closed it out pretty cleanly. And then against Dignitas, I think everything went. They picked. I'm trying to remember what they picked. I think that game went almost exactly how I expected it to go too. Yeah, I had all their picks written down, and I knew, and then I was pretty sure Scar would pick Diana or Gragas, and he picked Gragas because it was a lot better than that comp than Diana. So he did really. I think Scar played really well that game, but it just didn't matter because Gragas isn't a strong enough hero to carry by himself right now in the current meta after his CD nerf on his ult and his E nerf or whatever. But Scar still played well that game. But so we came out on top against C9 and Dig the first day, and then we went out and we ate at Cheesecake Factory that night, and we didn't like prepare at all for Coast. I told them that I wanted to. I told the team that I wanted to run some stuff, but then they picked whatever they wanted to pick, and then we were doing well, and then I remember Smithy baited Blood to kill a ward at Dragon, and it just led to fucking Zion Spartan getting back in the game, and then we did a stupid Baron call that led to like Zuna and Blood suiciding, and then like Coast did their their group 5 mid, which is really strong. That's like their best strat, and they group 5 mid, and we fucked it up again, and they got Baron, and then but then after that we just smartened up and played the game how it was supposed to be played, and we closed it out. So yeah, so that was a good game by Zion Spartan getting back into the game when he should have been out of it, I feel. And then okay, so after that night I watched some. I checked out some OGN, and I fell asleep after the first game. I still haven't watched the second and third game because I like the way MVP Ozone plays. They actually, I find it really cool that how they play with like almost no magic damage, but they still manage to win, which is pretty crazy. I don't think anyone can do that in NA. Like I know whenever we don't run magic damage, we get tanked up or some shit happens and we just can't close it out. But MVP Ozone's really impressive. I think they're easily one of the top 4 teams in the world, top 5 for sure. They could even be top 1. I'm not sure, but that's just what I think. And then okay, so we played against. After that, we played TSM and Velocity yesterday. It's 2 in the morning, so I'm saying yesterday. The game against TSM, the strats, the ban and pick phase went 80% how I thought it would go, and then the last pick threw me off. I did not expect TF. They talked about that strat in Game Cribs. I didn't know if they were trolling or not because Reggie's TF is just, it's not good. He's not good on that hero. So I knew when they locked in TF that there's like really no way we should lose to his TF. It's not good. So we didn't play the game very well. Like honestly, I think if I remember correctly, yeah, Zuna and Blood got ganked early, right when a ward faded, which was really bad because they were dominating the lane, and then Vayne got big off of that. But then after the first gank, Zuna actually like carried the game pretty hard because Man Cloud had like a bad item. He built incorrectly. Like he didn't even get magic resist like when we were double AP. He should have got magic resist a lot early, and then he bought a GA instead of like a Banshee Veil or something, which was bad. But I already talked to him about that. And then Benny was just not having his best game on Zach. I don't know. He played Zach like 20 times in a row. I guess he's bound to have a bad game on him, but he just wasn't pressuring Karthus like he should have been, and he was getting caught. And we actually, I think 2 times that we won the game off of him getting caught, and then we won 4 vs 5, which was pretty fucking crazy. So yeah, Zuna stepped up that game. He carried that game on Ashe pretty hard. I think his arrows were like dead on, and he did work when people get caught. He'd still get a few kills, so they wouldn't get an objective after we fucked up a throw play, like when Smithy just like ran up to golems when Ashe was mid. Like that play could have been the end of the game. Like when Smithy threw right there, they could have just got Baron, but Zuna ran in and got like 2 or 3 kills there and saved the day, because that could have been over right there. So I would have to give Zuna the MVP against the TSM. And then Cloud just played, he played good like he always does, but he didn't. He could have had a better game, I think. He can play better than that. Okay, Velocity. Okay, that game, that was just fucking troll. I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, Benny was building like that one item that I don't even know the fucking name of. It's so bad. And then Smithy was building Hydra, and Chris was building 20 Phantom Dancers. Zuna was, and then Cloud, like I think Cloud tried to 1 vs 4 or 1 vs 5 like 2 or 3 times. It was fucking troll. Like that game was ass. It didn't do shit. Like I'm glad we won, but it didn't. It was just a fucking solo queue game. It didn't mean shit. So all right, after that we just had we went to Korean barbecue with Clayky D. Shout out to Clayky. Yeah, and we're gonna go in the morning. We're gonna go celebrate our 5-0 with I think we're going to the original Pancake House or somewhere. And okay, I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the playoffs since now everything's already seeded. Now for PAX, they have us and C9 are 1 and 2. C9 is going to verse the winner of Curse and Dig, and we are going to verse the winner of TSM and CLG. What this means is that CLG or TSM is not going to be in the Worlds. One of the big names isn't going to be at Worlds, which I think is great for the NA scene, actually, that new teams are rising up, because that means that the scene's getting better. That you don't see the same old names at the top all the time, which is pretty cool to me. Let's see. So C9 against Dig or Curse. I feel C9 has a huge advantage, even though they're weak. They are weaker, 100%. I'm not saying they are weaker than they were in the last patch, but I still feel that they're the strongest team besides us in NA right now. So my opinion on them hasn't really changed at all. I think they're a little bit weaker because of the meta, because they were it's just how strong they were in the last meta, like the 3.9 meta. They were very strong in that patch. But so I'm sure they're a great team though. I'm sure they'll evolve just like we are. I would have them winning fairly easily against Curse or Dig. No offense to Curse or Dig, they're great teams, but I mean, C9. Look at C9's track record against both of them. I'm pretty sure they're 4-0. Like pretty sure they're 4-0 against both of them. So then TSM versus CLG. Let's talk about TSM and CLG. TSM, I think right now, TSM is the third best team in NA. That's my honest opinion. Against CLG, they have a really bad track record though. They were 0-4 this season, which is that's not looking good for them, because CLG obviously has their number. They know how to beat them. But like, if you saw CLG this Super Week, Doublelift had a slump, and when Doublelift's not playing good, CLG will never win. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. He's their star player. They're not going to win if he plays bad. It's how their team is. I'm not saying that Link or Neon Tonso can't carry, because they can. Link's carried a million times before. But if he's playing bad, they're not going to win. I do not think so. So, I actually prefer CLG to win, because I know that we have friends in there, and Kelby's cool. So I hope CLG beats TSM, personally. So CLG, I think they're the fourth strongest team right now in NA, even after their abysmal showing the Super Week. I'm sure Monte Cristo is going to whip them into shape, and they'll be back on their game and give TSM some good games. I think I think we'll verse CLG. I'm pretty sure we'll verse CLG. If I had to guess, I'd say CLG. And then how will we do against CLG? I think if everything, I feel right now, I'm not trying to be cocky. This is just honestly how I feel, and I think it's how everyone on my team feels. If we play our best and everyone else plays their best in NA, we'll win, because we're better. It's just how it is right now. I'm pretty sure all the other teams feel like that too. I mean, they might lie to themselves, but I'm sure deep down inside they feel the same way. So the only way we've been losing games is just throwing them. So we've been fixing that. I've been working my ass off to fix it. I'm sure you guys can see the improvements in the team. That's all. I mean, it's all in the players, but I've been working my ass off doing all that I can to make us the best we can be, so we can do our best. And I'm just glad that the guys have been improving, because when you keep on, I always tell them, as long as we keep on improving, I don't care if we win or lose. As long as we keep on improving and getting better, I'm happy and I'm content. So hopefully, if my predictions right now, C9 beats Digger Curse, we beat CLG or TSM, and then I think CLG or TSM, whichever one wins that, will probably take the third spot. And like Dig beat CLG today, and Curse beat CLG too, so it's not impossible that they can win. But if I'm just guessing, I think two people from our bracket go and C9 goes. That's my guess for Worlds. So hopefully all our fans, you guys will see us in packs. Come show us love. You know, buy some shirts at pwrclothing.com and represent them. We'll be happy to take pictures and sign with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all for now. That's all my thoughts right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go probably watch the rest of those MVP Ozone games and check out what the Koreans are doing. So peace out, late. Like and subscribe to my shit. Thank you. Peace, guys.